I have known about Livingstone for a long time. I used to have a law firm downtown. I'd see their billboards. I knew who Sean and Laura were. I didn't know them, but I knew who they were. And I just liked the look that I saw on all the billboards. And so when it came time to renovate, I just gave them a call. I just liked their product. And when we talked about it, I liked everything I heard. And so I didn't even interview anybody else. It was just Livingstone. I bought this home in 2003 when I moved here from Alaska. Raised 3 boys here as a single mom. Never did anything to the house other than paint a few rooms. And it was nice, but it was dated. It was built in 1994. And what was supposed to be a relatively small project turned into an entire massive whole house renovation, including adding square footage and all sorts of things. But it was mostly just because I was tired of the look. I'd been seeing the same thing for 22 years, or 20 years at that point. So it was time to do something different. Did Livingstone working in Asheville influence my decision? Not really, actually, because I just knew they were good. So the location didn't really matter to me. You know, I knew they'd been here for a while. I knew they probably knew the vendors in the area and were very experienced. So I guess in that regard it did. But I didn't give it much thought, to be honest with you, about them being in Asheville. I just knew they did good work. Our overall experience working with Livingstone was excellent. I mean, anytime you have a whole house renovation, you're going to run into a few snags here and there, but it's not the snags that are the problem, it's how they're dealt with. And we had an amazing project manager, Raymond Orgulak, on the job, and he was so fantastic that anytime there was any issue, we'd just ask Raymond and he would have it solved in 2 minutes. It was great. So I don't think we could have had a better experience in a whole house renovation than we did. Was great. If I ever did it again, I would hire them again for sure. Raymond's awesome. First of all, he's a little Energizer bunny. I've never seen anybody with as much energy and enthusiasm for anything as Raymond has. He was on the job all the time. And the thing I loved about Raymond is he didn't just say, well, I'm only the project manager, so I'm going to find somebody else to do something. If Raymond saw something that needed to be done, he just jumped in and did it. That's part of his energy, right? And he's unflappable. He is unflappable. So if there was ever an issue or if I was stressed out about something, I'd call Raymond. He was just smooth as glass. He just calmed me right down and took care of it, whatever it was. So if I ever do this again, I have to have Raymond or I can't do it again. He was excellent.
We have 2 different bedrooms, and she renovated the upstairs bedroom, and kind of unbeknownst to me, but she did it, she enlarged the whole bathroom, the shower and everything. So the counters are high, the shower is huge. So they did an unbelievable job making that small bathroom into just a phenomenal bathroom.
That's a Raymond story right there.
It's a huge, Raymond did it. I couldn't say so many good things about it.
It was a bathtub shower, and he's very broad-shouldered, Frank. And I remember talking to Raymond upstairs. I said, can we just make this shower bigger? He's like, yeah, we'll just move the door. No problem. I'm like, you can do that?
We would never have thought that.
He's like, I said, you can do this? Yeah, not a problem. Just move the whole door. So they did. They moved the entire doorway so that we could expand the shower big enough to fit Frank. So
incredible.
That's another Raymond story.
So
anything I wanted, sure, we can do that. No problem.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite features is I now, for the first time in my life, have a home office, a real home office. And I'm on my computer. I work almost 7 days a week on my computer, and I'm usually sitting in chairs behind me or at the kitchen counter or anything. And it's so nice to have an actual office with built-ins and a desk and a fireplace. I have a fireplace in my office. So that's probably one of my favorite features. But there's so many great things that we did, and the design work that ID.ology did and Livingstone did just really made it so I don't know that I could pick a complete favorite. There are too many fun places in here.
Every room is just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I not only would recommend Livingstone to others, I have many times, yes. I would definitely recommend them based on our experience. I have never worked with a design firm in the past until working with ID.ology. It was great to work with ID.ology, and the reason I chose to work with a design firm is because I'm pretty good at decorating and making some decisions, but I never get out of my comfort zone. And I had recently renovated a house in upstate New York on Lake Champlain, and it turned out beautifully, but it was very much exactly what I always do. And so I wanted a designer to help take me out of my box. And that's exactly what happened. I've got things like wallpaper on ceilings I never would have chosen, or I wanted to add on a second pantry kind of kitchen, and I was going to eliminate my dining room to do it. And Ideology said, oh, no, don't do that. The dining room's great. And so they ended up doing a design that they gave me my design, and then they did their design. And I said, oh, I like your design so much better. So I think it was a great experience, and I should have done it before. Ideology really helped bring my vision to life because, one, they listened to what I had in mind. Two, they were comfortable enough to tell me, Mary, that's probably not the best idea. Why don't you think about this? Which was great. Like I said earlier, really stepped me out of my comfort zone and out of my box and made it such a better project. It was great that they had a CAD drawer, I forget what you call it, designer on staff that could take my ideas for like adding a sitting room to the primary bedroom and adding the pantry kitchen and really take my existing floor plan and show exactly where everything would go. We doubled the size of the kitchen, so they showed how we could knock down our outdoor porch and double the size of our kitchen. So they just made it easy for me to visualize what this was going to look like, and which helped me make decisions. So it was really a great, great experience. Dealing with Ideology on the furniture and the decor was great. I already had some pieces that I wanted to incorporate, and as I said in an earlier conversation, I've done a lot of renovating and decorating houses, so I knew I had my own particular style, but I worked with Ideology to go actually pick out furniture, and they made it cohesive. So I would say, oh, I love that piece. How can we incorporate that into the design? And then they would just help me select other things or help me select artwork. Like, I'm not great at artwork. I would say, well, I love these marble pieces. Great, well, let's get this painting and that'll tie it all together. So I think they made it a much more cohesive look than I would have done on my own. What sets Ideology apart? That's a little hard for me to answer because I've never worked with any other designers in the Asheville area or frankly any other area. All I can tell you is I thought they did a great job and I enjoyed working with them, but I really have nothing to compare it to because I've never worked with anybody else. Based on our experience, I would definitely recommend Ideology. It was a great experience, and I think it all turned out better than I would have done on my own, for sure. I think it's great that Ideology, Atelier Maison, and Livingstone are all under one roof because it's really, first of all, beautiful building, and everything is so well done. The offices, the store, it's all gorgeous. I liked being able to walk through Atelier with my designer and say, okay, that piece would go great here. That piece would go great there. We didn't buy a whole lot of furniture because it's a little bit different style than mine, but we bought a lot of decor. I bought at least one piece of furniture and one bedroom set from Atelier, and I love them very much. So it was great. Our experience with the delivery and installation from Atelier was great. We had two lovely gentlemen who came and set up the upstairs bedroom that we got from Atelier. It was 2 beds, a dresser, 2 side tables. They were super easy to work with, did a great job. One of the things I love about Atelier, I love to walk through it, and I've gone on my own many times, is it's not just furniture. It's furniture, it's vases, it's glassware, it's dishes, it's blankets, it's beautiful things, and it's really cool to see everything in one space and be able to go, oh, I love those candlesticks. Look at that Christmas decor. In fact, I got these beautiful colored glasses you might be able to see up there when you take your pictures from Atelier. So it's just nice that it's not just furniture or just decor. It's a lot of different things, and they're just beautiful, very quality and gorgeous items in the store. Based on my experience, I would definitely recommend Atelier Maison.